So I've seen a lot of videos online about tennis elbow and also about this flex bar, variety of stretches, shoulder mobility. Everyone's saying that they have the fix to tennis elbow. And I'm here to tell you that tennis elbow is just like back pain. There is no quick fix to tennis elbow, and there's not one reason why your tennis elbow is getting worse or why it's not getting better. So you need to understand that when you're doing various exercises and stretches, that might not be getting you better, or what one person told you would fix it, your physical therapist, might not fix it. So starting off with the flex bar. So everyone loves the flex bar. We all know about that New York Times article that said that this works, but here's the problem. If you're doing any exercise for tennis elbow and you feel pain in your elbow, you need to stop. This includes the flex bar. I see people who do the flex bar, that basic little exercise. Ow, my elbow hurts after. You're not ready for the flex bar if it hurts. So I like the flex bar, but here's the problem. The flex bar is something you can do after you're 60 to 80% better from tennis elbow. And it is only something you should do if you are pain-free. If you have recovered enough to use the flex bar, you should be able to at least use this green flex bar without pain. There is also a blue flex bar you can move on to, which you probably also shouldn't feel pain with. But if you're starting off doing 3 sets of 15 reps of tennis with this flex bar and it hurts, then you're doing it wrong. So let's just say that the flex bar hurts. What are some strategies we can use to try to make this not hurt? Well, the first thing that does matter is shoulder mobility. So I'm going to show you a couple things you can do for shoulder mobility. The first, I know it's simple, everyone knows it, but just an across the arm stretch, okay? You do each side 2 sets of 30 seconds, okay? Once a day. You can even do 1 set of 30 seconds. I just want you to do that stretch every day, okay? The second stretch I want you to do is this. Come right here. You're gonna put your arms here, okay? And I want you to crawl your fingers up, and you should keep your back straight until you can feel stretch in your, like it's right around here. Now, these are rotator cuff exercises, but they are really important for shoulder mobility. Once again, really, you can do 1 set of 30 seconds on each arm. So then I do the other arm, crawl up, 30 seconds on each arm, okay? So you have your fingertips on the wall. That's important. Your hand is not flat on the wall. Your fingertips are on the wall, and you crawl up until you can feel a stretch in your shoulder. And try to keep your back straight and be just far enough from the wall that you don't have to lean over to get to it. You just want to be right here. So that's the second one. Okay, the third stretch is right here. So you're going to put one leg here. You're going to want your elbow here at 90 degrees with your shoulder. So it should be at exactly 90 degrees your shoulder. And I want you to just lean lightly until you feel a stretch in your shoulder. Now, it's important you do that for 1 set of 30 seconds on each side. So then I do the other side, and you want to just lean. And now what's important is that your elbow is at 90 degrees, because if you're like down here, you're going to be feeling this stretch in your chest. If you're too high, you're probably going to hurt your rotator cuff. Now during these stretches, you should feel absolutely zero pain in your shoulder or your rotator cuff, or in your shoulder or your elbow. Like, if you are feeling pain, you've got to stop or do the stretch lighter. Here's another stretch for shoulder mobility. This is the towel stretch, which you've probably heard of. So the basic version, which if you have really bad shoulder mobility, you just pull. You can get like pretty close and just pull like this. Once again, 30 seconds each side, okay? Then, if you start to get your mobility a little bit better, the more advanced version is to get like this and pull it up, okay? 30 seconds each side. Now, don't do the advanced version, this version, the second version, like this, if this hurts your shoulder, okay? So our goal is that we can achieve a full range of motion, so that when we're like this, you should be able to bring your elbow all the way down, okay? I see people with tennis elbow who want to be fixed, and their range of motion is right here. They can only get to right here. Another thing is if you have someone just step on your shoulder, come here. So just step on my shoulder.
I can't do that in
okay,
film.
all right. Well, you would have someone step on your shoulder, like right here, and put pressure right there, so that, because you know it's your shoulder limiting that movement, and you can just try to get down and increase that range of movement. But you should be able to go all the way down. You want a full range of motion there. So then you can do this 3 times a week. These are some exercises because we want to increase rotator cuff strength. Now I know you think I'm crazy, but shoulder mobility is important. It is one of the main reasons why you may have tennis elbow. So the first one is you can get like this, just like this. You can use a pillow, whatever. Just an external rotation. Do 1 set of 10 to 20 each side, okay? Then, I know I'm using the other arm, but you got like this. You can do an internal rotation. If going all the way down hurts your shoulder, use a lower range of motion. And then the last one is this. Never go above 45 degrees with this one, even if you think you can. You're going to get pain. So I want you to do each of those 4 stretches that I showed you. I want you to do 1 set of 30 seconds each side every day. I know it seems like a lot, but you have a serious problem here. You've got to do that, okay? Then I want you to do 3 times a week. I want you to do the exercises, and I want you to do 1 set of 10 to 20 of each of those 3 exercises 3 times a week. Now, okay, let's say, now that is if you don't have full shoulder mobility. If you think your rotator cuff feels great, you think you can move your shoulder all over the place, great. You don't need to do any of that, but that might be your problem. So the second issue, which is very big, is obviously the mobility of your elbow and forearms. There are a variety of stretches you can do. The first one is you put your arm out straight and you twist out like this and pull your wrist in. You do that for 30 seconds. So I'm pushing out and pulling in to create flexion. Like that, okay? Then you can see, like, if you think that pulling on a particular finger, like your index or your middle, is really tight, do the same stretch, but pull on that individual finger. So I'm pulling on this finger and do that for 30 seconds, okay? The other stretch you can do is this. This is really for your forearm. You're going to feel that right here. Do this for 30 seconds. You can do that on both sides. You can, and, all right. Then, another thing that I recommend you do is put both arms like this. Okay, this is kind of a bit hard to understand, but you're basically going like this. Whatever arm you want to stretch, you put that arm over the other one. So if I want to stretch the left arm, my left arm here, I put it over here. Okay, then what do? Then with my right arm, this arm, so first I want to get the elbow straight, okay? Then with my right arm, I'm going to push down, okay? So I'm basically going to push down to get into flexion, and then twist. So I'm using it to pull this wrist down and twist. Kind of the same type of thing we were doing here. Same type of stretch for the outer forearm right here, but this is just another good stretch. And so you twist and push down, okay? That's if I'm stretching the left one, okay? See, so I want to stretch the left one. I twist and then pull to get that stretch.
Finish it up.
Okay, so now those are some good stretches to increase your mobility in your forearms and shoulder. But the best thing, this is probably the most useful exercise that I found, is you lie down, okay, and you want to practice loosening up your elbow in internal and external rotation of your shoulder. So first I internally rotate. I like to use a spike ball like this, but you can use a lacrosse ball, tennis ball, really any ball. Get it on here, and you just want to dig around that tight area. And you want to do that for like 2 to 3 minutes on each side, and I'm telling you, you will be able to do the flex bar after this, most likely. If you are doing these stretches, you will be able to do the flex bar. Then the last thing is you do an external rotation. Now for me, I have tennis elbow, so I can't really get fully into that position. So I have to get like this. And then you want to roll in here with that external rotation. So that you do again for 2-3 minutes. So external rotation, that internal like this. That is, I know this is a pretty long video, but I had to explain that whenever you do any of these exercises, other than if you're doing the stretches, you can feel stretch in your forearm. I don't want you to feel pain in your elbow. You're doing the flex bar. I don't want you to feel pain in your elbow. Shoulder stretches, no pain in your shoulder. After you do this, you can progress to the flex bar, which will improve your strength, but will not really improve your flexibility. Thanks so much for watching. Give me a like if you liked it.